Hi, my name is Jessye Ebzery, and this is my NUin experience. When I was first applying to colleges, I had no idea where I wanted to go or what I wanted to study. After getting accepted into Northeastern as a part of the NUin program, I immediately knew that I wanted to take this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and study abroad for a semester in Melbourne, Australia. The short summer I had flew by, and in no time I was saying goodbye to my friends, family, and horses to depart on my journey to the other side of the world. The bus ride from the airport to Swinburne University provided a beautiful view of the Melbourne skyline. Once we got to campus, I spent some time settling into my apartment and meeting my 3 amazing roommates. Then, many of us headed into the city to get a better feel for where we would be spending the next 4 months. We observed the graffiti art Melbourne is famous for and even listened to a street band. The first week gave us time to get acquainted with the laid-back Australian culture. The transition to living independently and in a new country had its ups and downs, but overall went smoothly. As classes began and we started to get into routine, Melbourne began to feel more and more like home. As an engineering major, my core classes consisted of physics, chemistry, calculus, and a global experience course, and my personal favorite, an Australian history class with an amusing lecturer. Living in an apartment meant I had to cook for myself, but luckily I learned that I love cooking and was able to explore this newfound passion throughout the semester. Some of my favorite moments from studying abroad came from outside the classroom, though. The planned excursions through real Australia brought us to many of the places I had on my bucket list. One of the first trips we went on was to the Healesville Sanctuary. We were able to see and interact with Australia's amazing wildlife for the first time. We saw koalas, wallabies, kangaroos, and even a Tasmanian devil before heading back through the beautiful Yarra Valley. Phillips Island was one of the best trips we went on. It included a long walk down the most beautiful beach I have ever seen and ended with getting to watch wild penguins walk in from the beach. Another beautiful coast we got to explore with real Australia was the Great Ocean Road, where we saw the 12 Apostles.
Fighting flames of fire, hang on to burning wires, we don't care anymore. Are we fading lovers? We keep wasting colors, maybe we should let this go. We're falling apart, still we hold together.
One of my favorite trips, though, was to Torquay Beach, where we learned how to surf. On our last real trip, we flew to Sydney, where we got to meet the other NUin students studying abroad there. We walked all around the city and saw the famous Sydney Bridge and the Opera House.
Down the streets, right through the city, I'll go everywhere you go. From Chicago to the coast, you tell me hit this and let's go. Blow the smoke right through the window, 'cause this is how we know.
Spring break was by far the best week I had in my 4 months here. My 3 close friends and I rented a camper van and drove around the South Island of New Zealand for 6 days.
Guess this is how we know.
Along the way, we ran into some unexpected troubles, such as a flipped-over potato truck, a giant house on wheels, and a herd of cattle crossing the road.
We don't care anymore.
However, being able to see so much of the most beautiful country I have ever been to was beyond worth it.
Maybe we should let this go. We're falling apart, still we hold together. We pass the end, still we chase forever. Guess this is all we know.
From New Zealand, I flew to Sydney to see my parents for the first time in 2 months. We explored the city and ate some amazing meals before heading to Cairns, Queensland for a few days. In just 2 days, we managed to fit in scuba diving at the Great Barrier Reef,
From Chicago to the coast, you tell me hit this and let's go. Blow the smoke right through the window, 'cause this is how we know.
and skydiving from 14,000 feet. I still don't know how I convinced my dad to jump out of a plane with me, but I'm so glad we did. A big impact on my experience while studying abroad was service learning. One of the first weekends, we all volunteered at a walk in the park to raise money for Parkinson's. I met some amazing people that day and really felt like I was a part of something bigger than myself. My weekly service work was at a Red Cross store just outside of the city. My roommate Amber and I would spend 2 hours every Tuesday helping the manager Angie with small chores around the store. It was great to interact with other Australians who came into the store as donators or customers. The whole experience taught me a lot about giving back and how a few small tasks can go a long way. I, without a doubt, can say that the 4 months I've spent here have been the best months of my life, and I will carry them with me forever. I met so many amazing people, had heaps of fun along the way, and have learned so much from living on my own in a new country. Whether it be from learning to manage my money to finally ditching my procrastination habits, I know spending my first semester of college in Australia has changed me for the better. I can't wait to head home and share my amazing experiences with my friends and family.